Hi everyone, and welcome back to Project Pro's YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Vivian and I've been working as a data scientist in Sydney, Australia for the past 6 years. So today I'm going to share with you 9 things that you need to know before accepting any role in this industry. And I would highly recommend you watching this entire video through, as knowing these things 6 years ago would have helped me avoid countless career mistakes. Let's get straight into it. So firstly, data science is an extremely ambiguous field, and the same job title can mean completely different things between 2 different companies. Because of this ambiguity, it is very common for employers to list all the trendy buzzwords in all their job descriptions to try to attract the best talent. And many employers are also jumping on this bandwagon and hiring for data science roles without having the proper quality data foundations ready, or even really knowing how to utilize a data science team. So my biggest advice for you is, whenever you're signing a contract or negotiating a role, make sure you know what your deliverables are going to be and ask the hiring manager how mature is your company from a data standpoint. Secondly, imposter syndrome is real and completely normal. There are always going to be things that you don't know. Honestly, every time I'm browsing LinkedIn or Stack Overflow, I feel like there is a seemingly unending number of data science languages and frameworks. But the reality is that nobody is good at everything. You just have to pick a small set of skills and be very comfortable with it. And then next time you're faced with something that you don't know, treat it as a growth opportunity and just know that you are not alone when it comes to feeling like an imposter. Next, data is really messy. Now during uni, I felt like I was working with perfectly clean data sets that were built just to give me the right amount of statistical significance. But out in the workforce, nobody really prepares you for how messy real-world data actually is. Data cleaning is an extremely long and tedious process with a lot of things that need to be verified. For example, missing data, is the data even correct, or if it's duplicated. And if you want some practice on data cleaning, feel free to check out Project Pro, which has end-to-end data science projects and will really give you good hands-on experience in data cleaning within Python. And following on from this, we often need to join together multiple different data sources and identify which fields correspond to which. Depending on where you work, there may or may not be a data dictionary, and it's often on you to figure out what everything means via a test and learn process. Column names and values are often unclear, and just know that we can't be reporting or building predictive models on incorrect data because we've all heard garbage in equals garbage out. Carrying on from this, even collecting the data is a super tiring process. Again, depending on where you work, you might have data engineers available who might be able to help you set up the APIs or the ETL pipelines to transform the raw data for you, but in other cases you might be on your own. Data can also be stored across multiple different locations and warehouses, and often as a data scientist, you'll have to speak with multiple stakeholders to figure out what data sits where and then decipher exactly what is needed for your business problem. Next, if your executives don't believe in the power of data, then think twice before joining the company. I hate to break it to you, but if you don't have buy-in at the top level, then your fancy machine learning project isn't going to happen. Nobody's going to sign off on a project unless it's part of your company's plan on a page or directly adding business value of some sort. This is important to know because if not, you might join your company and then be spending your time doing very mundane data analysis work that wasn't really what you signed up for in the first place. Another point I want to make is that fancy machine learning models are going to be very little of your day-to-day job. Modeling is only around 10 to 20% of your data science lifecycle, and that's only if you are doing a model build or a project. Otherwise, your day-to-day might be spent supporting different pillars across the business and identifying opportunities in which you can use data to better add value. And another realization is that instead of using R or Python like I was doing back at uni, I find myself gravitating more towards SQL and Excel at work, as it's just easier for our non-technical stakeholders to interpret and understand. My next point is that not all of the work you do is going to be adopted by the business. Even if a project has been signed off at the executive level, sometimes the company's priorities are going to shift, and you might think all that time spent into doing a project and building that model might just get wasted. I know this can be very discouraging. Just know that it is completely normal and has happened to countless of my colleagues before. Try to not think of it as a waste, but instead as a growth opportunity for you. And lastly, it is super important to advocate for yourself and convey the impact that your work is adding. Trust me, no one else cares more about your career than yourself, not your manager, not your friends. Unfortunately, doing your 9 to 5 and hitting your KPIs just isn't enough in today's society. You really need to highlight how your work is helping the business and ensure you can get recognized for it. This is crucial for your career development and securing that pay rise and promotion when your review cycle comes around. Anyway, that's all that I have for today's video. I hope that this video has helped some of you out there who are considering a career in data science. Just know that I'm not trying to demotivate any of you. I just really want you to know what it is like working in this industry, and it's honestly something I wish someone had told me prior to me starting work. In the meantime, feel free to go check out Project Pro for end-to-end data science projects, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!